Welcome to ITProTV's Who Wants to Be a Project Manager? I'm Chris Ward, and we've got some great contestants lined up to find out if they have what it takes to understand what it takes to be a project manager. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Project Manager? Again, I'm Chris Ward, and we have a contestant here by the name of Ronnie Wong. And Ronnie, it's good to have you with us today.
It's good to actually be on a game show, and good to actually think about being a project manager.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and kind of speaking of that, and just to give our audience a little bit of a background, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am working here at ITProTV as an edutainer, and I've also been helping out before that with the company that I was with, and did a little bit of project training in terms of Microsoft Project. Okay,
so you do have a little bit of that project management background, which is always good. It does help us with some of these. So just to explain the rules for you and our studio audience, remember you are given a question, 4 possible answers. There is only 1 correct answer. Now, we do have lifelines, so there are 3 of them. You can either skip a question, that's one type of a lifeline. You can ask the pro, which, well, today that'll be me. You can ask me, I will help walk you through that. And then finally, we of course have the 50-50 split. We will remove 2 of the incorrect answers to help give you a little bit of a better shot at which is the correct answer. So, you ready to go?
I'm here for the million, yes.
We're here for the million. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I think our budget is cut it to $500,000 or something like that. But
awesome.
We're all
good.
Let's do it. We're all good. It's still great. All right. So, question number 1, Ronnie. What do the initials PMP stand for? Is it A, Precise Management Processes, B, Project Mediator Personnel, C, People Management Program, or D, Project Management Professional?
I'm going to have to go with D, Project Management Professional.
And you would be correct. Congratulations. That's yes. I was hoping you were going to get that one right. Definitely,
right.
You know,
Awesome.
coming along with that one. Okay, so on to round number 2. Which of the following statements is false? Okay, so we're looking for the false statement here about a project. A, it takes risk into account in all areas. B, it should produce a unique product, service, or result. C, it should document requirements. Or D, it is an ongoing process without an end date.
All right, so which of the following statements is false about a project? So it does take into account risks. It does produce a result that we want. We should absolutely document requirements. It's got to be D because projects have to end.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with D.
Yes, absolutely. D is correct. Ongoing process without an end date is actually what most people call an operation. It's an operational type of a thing. Okay, 2 rounds down. We're on to round number 3. You feeling confident? Feeling good?
So far, yeah.
Okay, you're doing great.
All right.
Doing great so far. None of these, kind of going in there. Okay, so we're going to make it a little bit tougher now. We're going to get to round 3 here. Here's a great question. How many values, how many values are part of the Scrum framework? So how many values are part of the Scrum framework? Is it 5, 10, 15, or 20?
Oh. I'm going to say 5.
He says 5. Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
And that final answer is correct.
Awesome.
5 is correct. There are 5 values that are part of the Scrum framework and part of course, the agile way of doing projects. So we're going to be doing that. All the way to round 4. You are killing it, Ronnie. Killing it. So here's our next one. Which of the following is the list of 5 process groups that is found in PMI's PMBOK 6th edition? Okay, so this is on the 6th edition. So we have A, initiation, programming, execution, measuring, completion. B, identify, plan, engage, monitor, control. C, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closing. Or D, identify, program, engage, measure, or complete.
Oh. my.
Now remember, you do have the lifelines. You do have the
right.
lifelines in case you want to use one here.
Let me see here. It's very similar between A and C there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with C.
It's going to go with C.
Yes.
C is your final answer.
C is my final answer.
Okay, C, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and you close it out right. That is the correct answer. Great job, Ronnie. Tell you what, he's round 4, hasn't used a lifeline yet, doing well. And when we come back, we're going to get into round 5. Let's see if he needs to use a lifeline then.
Welcome to ITProTV, an e-learning company with thousands of hours of engaging video training for IT professionals with fresh content added daily. What makes ITProTV stand out? It all starts with our edutainers, who create better than classroom experiences for training you'll look forward to watching.
So an edutainer is someone who takes a topic, an educational topic, and makes it more fun, enjoyable. My vision for ITProTV was to make the product that I wish I had when I got started.
The dashboard is great because you can actually pick up right where you left off. You can also end up seeing new courses that are available to you, and with a membership, you have access to a variety of study tools.
Follow along with virtual labs and test your skills with practice tests. And unlike traditional training, you aren't handcuffed to your desk. Sure, you can watch from there or from your couch with Apple TV and Roku apps, or from anywhere with mobile apps. The training is even available for download. If you're ready to watch and learn with the IT pros, check out the flexible membership choices online today at www.itpro.tv.
Welcome back, everybody. We have contestant Ronnie Wong, who is, oh gosh, you are killing it, dude. You are in round 5 of 10 rounds of Who Wants to Be a Project Manager. And so he hasn't even used a lifeline yet. So
I have a feeling I'm about to.
You think so? Okay,
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You can surprise yourself maybe on something like this. Okay, so here's the question in round 5 of Who Wants to Be a Project Manager. Which of the following values is not a part of the Agile Manifesto? Is it A, Kanban over work breakdown structure, individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, or D, responding to change over following a plan?
Ooh, this one is harder. So I am going to have to use a lifeline here.
Okay, which one of the lifelines? You have the 50-50, you have the Ask the Pro, or you can skip this question and we can go to a different question.
Let's do the 50-50.
Okay, 50-50. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take away 2 of the incorrect answers, okay? And again, this is not a part of the Agile Manifesto is what we're looking for. So we're removing C and D. So the 2 answers that you have left, Kanban over work breakdown structure, individuals and interactions over processes and tools.
Not part of the Agile Manifesto. Ooh, I'm gonna say A is not a part of the Agile Manifesto.
Okay, final answer?
Final answer.
And you would be correct.
Oh, yes.
Kanban over the work breakdown structure. Even though Agile does use the Kanban boards, the work breakdown structure is more of a predictive waterfall type technique. That is not a part, though, of the Agile Manifesto.
Okay.
The other 3 are. So great job. On to round 6, and you have a little bit of sweat coming off of there. Just a little bit of
the
sweat.
Agile there.
You hit him with the Agile. He's doing really good. Okay, round 6. Regarding an organizational structure, here's the question. Regarding an organizational structure, all of the following is true except, so we're looking for an exception here.
Okay.
A, it is an enterprise environmental factor. B, it ranges from functional to projectized. C, it has a variety of matrix structures between functional and projectized. Or D, it has no influence on projects. Talk it out, think it through, think it through.
environmental factor, at least I'm breaking it down here. I'm seeing A or D as being the two answers I'm looking for. Either an enterprise environmental factor has no influence on projects.
And remember, you've used your 50-50 split, but you do have two other lifelines if you want to use them.
I'm trying to save one if I can. So
Okay.
I'm going to go with D, as it has no influence on projects.
Oh, Ronnie goes with D. I'm sorry, Ronnie, but you are correct, actually.
Yes.
It has no influence on projects. Organizational structure definitely has influence on projects.
Nice.
So round 6 with 2 lifelines left.
Yes.
Ronnie is on it. Okay, so on to round 7.
Okay.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Okay.
In, out.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Round 7.
All right. Which of the following is a basic type of a phase-to-phase relationship?
Face-to-face relationship.
Okay. Is it A, sequential, B, waterfall, C, hierarchical, D, parallel?
Face-to-face relationship. Face-to-face relationship.
Now here's a question for you. Is
Yeah.
this something like Cisco maybe could help you out with here? Palo Alto, maybe?
Maybe, but this one is a little bit tricky between the idea of sequential and waterfall, because they both sound sequential to me. All right.
So it's a basic type of a phase-to-phase relationship.
All right, basic type of a face-to-face relationship. I am going to have to ask the professional.
You're going to have to ask the
Yes,
professional.
I'm going to have to ask.
Okay.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, phone a friend.
Yeah.
You know, call them up real quick. Well, one thing that you are on the right track
Okay.
because of the sequential and waterfall. Remember, waterfall is a type of project management.
Okay.
So based on that, what do you think?
It's got to be A then.
And the answer A is correct. Sequential is one of the phase-to-phase relationships.
Oh no, I just left myself skipper.
Yeah. The skip a question is the only one that you got left, Ronnie. So we're going to be taking a look at this. Okay, so you got through round 7. You are already coming up on round 8.
All right.
You've got 3 more rounds to go.
Oh, okay.
3 more rounds to go. So we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty.
All right.
Okay? Which of the following is not an output item of the processes of initiating project management? And then there's a process group. Is it A, the stakeholder register, B, the project charter, C, project management plan updates, or D, the requirements traceability matrix?
All right, all of those actually sound a little bit familiar, but it's been a while since I've actually taken a look at this. But in initiating the project management process group,
Yes.
initiating the project management process group, I am going to have to go with C, because that's talking about plan updates.
Okay.
So
you're
that
saying
is my guess.
Okay, your guess, is it also your final answer?
Yes, it's going to be my final answer.
Okay, the answer is D. Requirements traceability matrix. Project management plan updates, even during initiation, are going to already be in place as they go. But I got to tell you something, Ronnie Wong, great contestant here on Who Wants to Be a Project Manager. You're really close. You were really close. I was really excited. So when we come back from the break, though, we're going to have another contestant. So stay tuned.
This is Josh. Josh spent $2,500 on a week of classroom training for CompTIA A+ and got certified. Josh got a good job that pays $40,000 per year. This is Jeremy. Jeremy only spent $299 on a full year of training from ITProTV, including A+ and 300 other courses. Jeremy also got a great job that pays $40,000 per year. Jeremy used the more than $2,200 he saved in IT training for a fabulous tropical vacation. Now, Jeremy is still using his ITProTV membership to study for Network Plus and Security Plus to advance his career, but not spending any more money, since all three are included in his ITProTV membership, plus 300 more courses. Don't be like Josh. Choose ITProTV for your IT training.
You're watching Who Wants to Be a Project Manager? Chris Ward here with you, and we have a guest by the name of Zach Memos.
That's my name.
It is your name.
Got that right. Yes.
It's
great to be here. I've been wanting to do this for a while.
And you know what? And a lot of times when we have our guests on, we always say, hey, tell us a little bit about yourselves, a little bit about project management experience, but just talking in between segments here. You mentioned something interesting that you actually worked at Disney.
I worked for the Mouse.
You did?
I did for about 4 years. I was an MC, and I was in charge of, well, not in charge of, but I was in front of thousands and thousands of people, several different venues. So as far as management, I guess I was a talent manager, I guess.
Okay.
I managed my own talent, and also we would have stars come in like Mark Hamill, and I mean, a lot of big names. And I guess I had to manage them, if you want to say that. But I have a broadcast background, film and tape, motion picture television as well. I mean, it goes on and on. But the happiest years of my life have been right here at ITProTV.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you have been a part, of course, and he's not a ringer, even though he has been a part of some of our project management training here at ITProTV. But let's see how much you've retained, and let's see if you can be a project manager. So you ready for round one?
Let's go.
Okay, just a reminder, of course, of the rules. If you have a question, there's a question, 4 possible answers, only 1 correct answer. If you want to use a lifeline, we have 3 of them. There is a 50-50 split. Which means we take 2 of the incorrect answers away. There is also the skip a question. So if Zach, you're like, yeah, I'm not really sure about that question, I want another one, we can do that. And then ask a pro, where I will either just quite frankly give you the answer or at least lead you in the right direction to get the answer correct. So,
I would like 3 of the Ask a Pros, please.
3 of the Ask a Pro. No, you only get 1 of each one. So here we go. Round 1.
Round 1.
For Who Wants to Be a Project Manager. So, who manages programs? Is it an operational management, project sponsors, project managers, or program managers?
Okay, this is one of those where it's so obvious, but maybe it's the one that you shouldn't go with. I'm looking at D. I'm also looking at C, but I believe I'm going to go with D.
D. Yeah. Program managers.
Yes.
And Zach is correct. That is the correct answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
Very good. Project managers manage projects. Program managers manage programs. Okay, round 2. That wasn't so hard, was it?
Yeah.
He's working at it really hard there. Okay, here we go. Which of these, this is round 2 question, which of these is a project management methodology that is owned by the UK-based company Axelos? Is it A, ITIL, B, Prince2, C, CAPM, or D, Scrum?
Oh boy. Company Axelos. Oh boy. So let's do a 50-50.
You want to do a 50-50?
I'm pretty sure what I want to answer, but
okay.
let's do a 50-50.
All right,
yeah.
So 50-50. We are going to remove answer A and answer C. Mm-hmm. So it's not ITIL and it's not CAPM. Mm-hmm. So there's 2 left. Which one do you think?
So then my answer is going to be Prince2.
Prince2, B, and Zach is correct. Great job, Zach. Excellent job. Now, interestingly enough, I kind of helped you out there by removing ITIL, which is also owned by Axelos,
yes,
but it is not a project management methodology. It is IT service manager.
That's right. I wanted to say ITIL or Prince 2, so thank you for doing
Excellent,
that.
excellent.
And I get 10 more of those 50-50.
10 more of the 50-50s. Yeah, well, we'll work on that one.
Okay.
We'll work on that one.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Round 3 question. How many guiding principles are agreed upon in Agile? Is it 7, 9, 10, or 12? A, B, C, or D?
Well, I want to say A, but it's not right. I will say D, 12.
D12 is the correct answer. Ooh, very good job. The guiding principles agreed upon in Agile from the Agile Manifesto are 12. Now, I noticed you almost went with 7 because Zach and I teach ITIL,
Right.
and there are 7 guiding principles in ITIL.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
All right, round 4. You're doing great. You only used 1 lifeline, so that's doing really, really well. Okay, and here's one I think you're going to do well in this one. I really do.
Okay.
Which of the following specific skills is not, so again, not a typical one a project manager should possess? Notice specific skills. A, technical project management. B, power. C, leadership. Or D, strategic and business management. Think it through.
I'm thinking it through.
Because I know that Zach actually teaches people skills for IT, so this kind of comes into that.
Is it not a typical?
Not a typical one a project manager possesses.
I'm going to say B. B for power.
B, power.
Because I have the power.
Yes. While he is not He-Man, that is the correct answer. B, power. Power is not typically a skill that a project manager should possess.
I've never seen that before.
It is usually something that there is a power structure that is allowed, but that is not something that is a skill set for everything else. Great job. We are on round 5. That's
oh boy.
Halfway through. Ready for the next question?
I certainly am.
Well, hold on to that thought because we will be back right after this for round 5.
Do you know what's better than being an ITProTV member? Being a member for free. Hi, I'm Don Pizzette, co-founder and edutainer here at ITProTV. Once you sign up for an ITProTV personal membership subscription, you'll automatically be part of our referral program. Then all you have to do is share your personal referral link and code with your friends and colleagues. Every time one signs up, you get money off your subscription. Sign up enough and your membership is free. That's right, access to all your favorite IT training, totally free. Kind of feels like stealing, doesn't it? Check out the link below to learn how to get your code and start sharing today.
We're back with the very excellent Zach Mimos on Who Wants to Be a Project Manager, and he is in round 5. You're doing great. You're doing great, and we're excited about giving you this next question because, you know, like we said, get round 5, then we're on to round 6 and continue on, of course, to 10 rounds. Hopefully we can get through that today. So here we go. Your project is behind schedule. According to the PMBOK, which is the Project Management Body of Knowledge from PMI, which of the following is an option to make up time? To make up time. Is it A, crash the project, B, take away some of the requirements, C, adjust the critical path, or D, use GERT? And if you're not familiar with GERT, GERT is Graphical Evaluation Review Technique.
I do remember in the PMP course that I was involved in, we talked about critical path.
Okay.
But you've got to look at the question, and it's an option to make up time. So I'm going to have to go with crash the project A.
Crash the project, and Zach is correct. Crash the project, which of course is a way, it's kind of a little PMI speak for throwing resources at a project, more people, more time, or more machines or whatever you need. So great answer. You do not change the critical path because that would then make it longer. So that was good. You did a really good job. Round 6. Here we go. And you still have 2 lifelines left.
Yes, I do.
And he's counting on him, it sounds like, for like that. Okay, so here we go. All of the following belong at least to project constraints, except A, scope, B, budget, C, environment, or D, focus groups. We're talking about project constraints.
Oh, I'm going with this. I would say it's going to be, because it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense that it's there. So I'm going to go with D, focus groups.
D, focus groups. And you are delightfully correct. Yes, D is incorrect. Focus groups are not a part of project constraints.
It makes sense for it to be there.
Of course, with triple constraints, quad constraints, we're talking about things like your time, your cost, your scope, your risk, resources, things like that. All right, round 7.
I like the number 7.
Round 7. Good number. Good number. All right, so here we go. An iterative planning technique for work in the future is often called A, soft logic, B, hard logic, C, rolling wave planning, or D, discretionary planning.
Oh boy. I'm calling in the Ask the Expert on this.
Oh, you're asking the expert?
Only because I think I know what it is. I need some verification.
Okay, I'll walk you through a little bit of it.
Okay.
And see if you think you're a little bit more confident, and I'll keep giving you some clues. Iterative.
We know what that is.
Again,
Step
and
by step.
again, and again. And it's work in the future. So, you think you have a better idea, or do you need a little bit more hints?
I'm going to go for this.
Okay.
Without you actually telling me the answer, I'm going to say C, rolling wave planning.
C, rolling wave planning is correct. That is correct. It is an iterative planning. Yeah, well, and that was good. That was a good use of a lifeline there, just to kind of clarify, which, by the way, is something really good if you're ever in one of these exams for CAPM, PMP, Certified Scrum Master, is start thinking about what is it that the question is asking, and 9 times out of 10 you can get rid of certain things, which is good. All right, so here we go, round 8.
Yay.
Round 8. You're going pretty far. Not too many people make it to round 8. Not too many people make it to round 8. So here we go. Which of the following does not relate to the temporary nature of projects? Is it A, assignment of the project team, B, market conditions during the project lifecycle, C, the project deliverable, service, or result of the project, or D, assignment of the project manager?
Oh, golly. Well, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about C, because it's a deliverable service, a result of the project. But we're talking about which of the following does not relate to the temporary nature of projects. So I'm going to have to go with C.
Going with C, project deliverable, service, or result of the project, is correct. C is correct. Because the project, deliverable, service, or result of the project
It's the end game.
Is the end game, and it usually goes on. If you're delivering new widgets, a new process, a new something, that continues on. It's not temporary. However, the team, some of them are there, some of them are not.
Correct.
The market conditions obviously are very
And you got to have a project manager.
Round 9. Here we go. So,
Throwing sound effects out
there we go. We're going to go a little bit more agile here. What is the last thing you do in a sprint? Now, I know that you got a chance to spend some time with our dev team, our engineering team.
Yes.
So think about this. What is the last thing you do in a sprint? Is it A, retrospective, B, Scrum update, C, testing, or D, backlog review?
The last thing you do.
The last thing you do in a sprint.
Oh boy, you know, this question I had this before on a sample paper.
Okay.
And because retrospective and backlog review it's almost the same type of thing. I know not quite. I can just see you smiling there. I'm thinking the last thing you do in a sprint. I'm going to go with D. It's a backlog review.
Going with D. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
The last thing you do in a sprint is A, retrospective.
That's it.
Backlog review is
You done got me. You done got me.
The backlog review is one of the things that's done right before the final retrospective.
Yeah.
But round 9, you did an incredible, great job, Mr. Zach Memos.
Thank you, thank you.
I think you have what it takes to be a PM, a
I would like to be
project
a PM, and I'd also like that $1 million that you have.
Oh, we're
for
still
the
working
person who
on
makes
that
it the
one.
furthest.
Excellent, excellent job. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Who Wants to Be a Project Manager. I'm Chris Ward. That is Zach Memos. We'll see you next time.